I received a call in December just as I was about to spend a 2 week vacation in seminary. My customer called me from a YouTube video that he saw online. He stated that he was turned down by a number of mortgage companies that he had applied with because his tax returns did not adequately reflect his income. After a quick initial discussion, he emailed me all of his documents and we set a time to meet shortly thereafter. When discussing the situation with the buyer, he informed me that at the time the only option he thought might work for him was to go to a portfolio lender that would have cost him a higher interest rate with a larger down payment. When looking at his tax returns, I saw multiple businesses, as well as the purchase and sale of business entities. Additionally, I saw very little income on his personal tax returns. This is kind of normal in the self-employed world. The purchase and sale of businesses, however, was at a more rapid pace than I had ever seen before. When meeting with me, the borrower and I looked over the documents. I told him that I couldn't give him an answer immediately, but I'd need some time to pore over everything and digest it. A little while later, I told him I thought I could help him accomplish his goals, but I didn't want to guarantee it. He pressed and pressed for a percentage chance of success, but I didn't want to give him false hope. Rather, I wanted to set the expectation that I would work hard to get it done. As I said, this happened to be at the same time that I was heading off for 2 weeks. While on vacation, I spoke to my customer almost daily, asking for additional information, letting him know where we were. Upon my return, we sat down and got down to business. We figured out the path to loan approval. This entailed detailed conversations with my underwriter, calling Fannie Mae to determine their interpretation of guidelines and make certain that my thoughts were correct, and working with the underwriter to figure out how to get this loan approved on paper. Once we completed the process and we were doing our final validations, we found that the borrower had forgotten to file a couple tax returns from two of his businesses back in 2012. Normally, it would take about 6 weeks from the time of filing to be able to use them. The borrower had to close in 2 days or he'd not have a place to live. I worked with the borrower and my team to come up with an alternate strategy to avoid that hurdle, and we closed on the day he was supposed to. I thank God right now that the borrower is still a good friend of mine.